We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1952 South Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin with a rich history and some jaw-dropping value surprises. Could you have one worth thousands? Let's find out. The 1952 Lincoln penny was minted during a time of growth and prosperity in post-war America. The S mint mark signifies that it was struck at the San Francisco Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's key locations. That year, over 137 million of these coins were produced, making it a fairly common penny at the time. But what sets this coin apart is its design and legacy. It features Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday, the reverse, until 1958, showcased the classic wheat ears design, a favorite among collectors today. While the 1952 penny was produced in large numbers, not all pennies are created equal. Here's what makes some of them stand out. Some coins from this year have valuable errors, such as double die obverse, DDO, or repunched mint marks, RPM. These errors can significantly increase a coin's worth. A coin's condition or grade is a critical factor. Coins that have been well preserved, showing no signs of wear with a sharp strike, can fetch premium prices. Look for grades like MS65 or higher. Now let's talk numbers. What is a 1952 penny actually worth today? Common examples in lower grades are worth around 3 to 10 cents. Not very exciting, right? In mint state, these pennies start at around $10 to $20, depending on the grade. Rare error coins like a double die or repunched mint mark, can go for $100 to $500 or more. If you have a perfect MS67 plus example, you're in luck. These have sold for $2,000 to $3,000 at major auctions. Exceptional specimens with unique errors or flawless condition have even fetched over $5,000. The S below the date is crucial. If it's not there, it's not from San Francisco. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling on the lettering or a repunched S. Coins with bright luster and minimal marks are more valuable. If you think your coin is special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can skyrocket its value. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1952 Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece to add to your collection. And who knows, you might just find one that's worth thousands. Always check your pocket change and rolls of pennies from the bank. You'd be surprised how often valuable coins slip through unnoticed. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments if you found any rare 1952 pennies, or if there's another coin you'd like me to cover. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1966 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, and what makes certain examples so valuable to collectors. Show a montage of historical photos from 1966, iconic events, the U.S. Mint, and production lines for pennies. Let's go back to 1966. The U.S. Mint was in overdrive, producing over 2 billion Lincoln pennies that year. But here's the twist. If you look at a 1966 penny, you won't find any mint mark. Why? That's because during this time, the U.S. Mint decided to temporarily remove mint marks from all coins to discourage coin hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. So, whether the penny was struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, they all look the same. Show a magnified view of a 1966 penny, highlighting key features like Lincoln's profile, the wheat stalks on older pennies, and the details of the memorial reverse design. The 1966 Lincoln cent might look simple, but its value lies in the details. It features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that ran from 1959 to 2008. These coins were made primarily from copper, with 95% copper and 5% zinc composition. That's why they're heavier and have a distinct tone compared to modern pennies. Overlay images of error pennies, including off-center strikes, double dies, and examples of pristine, high-grade coins. Now, here's where things get exciting. Not every 1966 penny is worth thousands, but a few key factors can skyrocket its value. Look for errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or even repunched mint marks on these coins. Yes, repunched marks exist on a few. High grades. If you find a 1966 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS65 or higher, it can command a hefty price tag. Collectors are always searching for near-perfect specimens, rare varieties. Certain varieties or unusual flaws can make these pennies even more desirable. Always check under a magnifying glass. Show auction results or charts with recent sales figures. Highlight extraordinary prices. So, what's the value of a 1966 no-mint mark penny today? While most circulated examples are worth just 1 cent, high-grade or error pennies can fetch significant amounts. A regular 1966 penny in MS65 condition could be worth $20 to $50. With rare errors or varieties, these pennies have sold for $1,000, $5,000, or even more at auctions. Display a real example of a 1966 penny that sold for a high price, with auction details. Show a collector going through rolls of pennies, examining coins with a magnifying glass and using a digital scale. Clear details in Lincoln's face and the memorial. Any unusual markings, doubling, or striking errors. Use a magnifying glass and coin scale to identify high-quality pieces. Show a collector holding a pristine 1966 penny and smiling. The 1966 Lincoln cent is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history, and potentially a small fortune waiting to be discovered. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes peeled for this little copper gem. You never know. Your next penny could be worth thousands. Display the coin with text that says, "Check your change today." Upbeat music fades out. Have you ever found a rare penny like this? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin discoveries. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing pennies ever minted, the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary coin could be worth thousands of dollars. And in today's video, we're going to explore its history, the rarity, and how to spot one that could be worth a small fortune. So make sure to stick around until the end, and hit that subscribe button if you love learning about valuable coins. The 1972 Lincoln penny might seem like just another copper coin, but don't be fooled by its humble appearance. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, has undergone many changes throughout the years. In 1972, the U.S. Mint was still producing pennies with a distinctive obverse design featuring Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. But what sets this particular year apart? It's the absence of the mint mark. Close-up of the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Normally, U.S. pennies are marked with a mint mark to indicate where they were made. Whether in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, however, in 1972, there were reports of pennies produced in Philadelphia without the mint mark. This small detail caught the attention of collectors and sparked a great deal of interest. Various images of a 1972 no-mint mark penny alongside price charts. So why is this penny so valuable? While most 1972 pennies were minted in Philadelphia and should have no mint mark by default, the key factor is condition. A typical 1972 penny might only be worth its face value, 1 cent. But when we're talking about rare, high-grade specimens, particularly those in mint state MS, these can skyrocket in value. Images showing high-quality MS65 or higher grade coins. Coins graded MS65 or higher can be worth around $1,000 to $3,000. In some rare cases, like a coin with a distinct doubling error or unique die characteristics, collectors have paid even more. Demonstration of examining a 1972 penny with a magnifying glass. Now, let's talk about how you can spot one of these valuable coins. The first thing to check is the condition of the penny. Is it in uncirculated condition? That's your first indicator that it could be worth more than just a penny. Coins with sharp details, no visible wear, and a clean finish are key. Next, examine the coin for errors. One of the most common ones is doubling on the obverse, particularly on the date or the motto, "In God We Trust." If you spot any signs of doubling, that could be worth a lot more. Also, check for die cracks or other subtle flaws, as these can add significant value. A table with various auction websites and coin dealers on a laptop. Once you've identified a potential gem, you might be wondering where to sell it. Online auction sites like eBay, heritage auctions, and even specialized coin dealers are great places to find buyers who are willing to pay top dollar. But remember, the price of your coin will vary based on the condition and any additional error or uniqueness it may have. Voiceover: coins in mint condition or with rare errors have sold for up to $3,000 or more. However, finding one of these coins is no easy feat. It's all about patience and knowing what to look for. To sum it up, the 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a coin that combines history, rarity, and a touch of mystery. If you happen to come across one in your collection, don't dismiss it. Take a closer look, and it could be worth thousands. We're diving into one of the most intriguing and rare pennies in U.S. history, the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. What makes this penny so special, and why is it worth thousands of dollars? Stick around, and let's find out. Segment 1: History of the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny 020. First, let's set the stage. The Lincoln 1 cent has been in circulation since 1909, and since then, it's been minted in various forms. But the 1984 penny? Well, that's a story worth telling. In 1984, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies across 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, all pennies minted in Philadelphia in 1984 were supposed to have a mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But something unusual happened. A handful of 1984 pennies came out of the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark whatsoever. Now, you might be wondering, how did this happen? Well, it's believed that some of the dies used to strike the pennies didn't have the mint mark properly engraved, leaving us with these rare and highly sought-after coins. So what makes these pennies so valuable? Simply put, it's their rarity. While billions of 1984 pennies were minted, only a tiny fraction were struck without the mint mark. And as with any rare coin, the fewer there are, the higher the demand, and that translates to big bucks. Depending on their condition, these 1984 no-mint mark pennies can fetch anywhere from a few $100s to an astonishing thousands of dollars. If you're lucky enough to find one in perfect condition, like a grade of MS 65 or higher, it could be worth $5,000 or even more. Okay, so how do you know if you have one of these hidden treasures? The value is greatly affected by the coin's grade. Coin grading ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70. And for these 1984 no-mint mark pennies, condition is everything. When inspecting your 1984 penny, look for sharp details in the Lincoln portrait, clean lettering, and smooth surfaces. The more pristine the penny, the higher the grade and value. Now, you might be asking, how do I find one of these pennies? Great question. The first place to start is by going through your pocket change. You might not think much of it, but coins from the 1980s can still be found in circulation. If you come across a 1984 penny with no mint mark, make sure to take a closer look. Another great option is checking out coin shops or online auction sites like eBay, where collectors often buy and sell rare coins. Just remember, if you're buying one, be sure to check the coin's authenticity and condition to ensure you're getting a real deal. To wrap it up, the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a true treasure in the world of coin collecting. Whether you find one in your change or decide to purchase one, these pennies are a rare glimpse into the history of the U.S. Mint. With their scarcity and potential to be worth thousands of dollars, they're definitely a coin you'll want to keep an eye out for. We're talking about the 1988 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a seemingly common coin with a fascinating history and some rare versions that could be worth thousands of dollars. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the value of your pocket change, hit that subscribe button and let's dive right in. The 1988 D. Lincoln penny, part of the U.S. Mint's regular circulation series, was minted in Denver. It features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been in use since 1909. The 1988 D coin was struck in a year of relatively high mintage, with over 6.4 billion pennies made at the Denver Mint. The reverse side of the coin features the familiar Lincoln Memorial, which was the design until 2008, when the reverse was changed to honor the Union Shield. Host: Now, most 1988 D pennies are worth just 1 cent. They're easily found in pocket change or circulating among collectors. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these pennies are worth way more than their face value, especially in higher grades or with unique errors. In terms of value, a typical 1988 D penny in circulated condition might fetch only around 1 to 5 cents. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real money lies in those in mint condition or with certain errors. So, what makes a 1988 D penny worth thousands? Let's break it down. One of the most valuable 1988 D pennies can be found with a die rotation error, where the reverse is misaligned. These coins can fetch upwards of $1,000, depending on the severity of the rotation. Another variant that's highly sought after is the 1988 D penny in perfect condition, graded as MS67 or higher by professional grading services. These pristine coins can be worth over $1,500 at auction. Host. But there's one more rare find. The 1988 D penny with a deep die crack or an overdate error. These can drive prices even higher, sometimes reaching several $1,000s, as collectors fight to get their hands on a truly unique piece of American numismatic history. So, how do you identify if your 1988 D penny could be worth more? First, take a good look at its condition. A coin in mint or near mint condition, free from heavy wear and scratches, is always more valuable. Host. Next, check for errors like die cracks, die rotations, or anything unusual on the obverse or reverse. Look for any doubling or misalignment on the Lincoln Memorial or any anomaly that stands out. If you spot something unique, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Host. So, there you have it. The 1988 D Lincoln penny may seem like a simple coin, but with the right condition or error, it can be worth a small fortune. If you find one in your collection or while going through your change, make sure to check it closely. It could be worth much more than you think. Host. Have you ever found a rare penny like the 1988 D? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coin collecting tips and treasure hunting. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, an unassuming coin that could be worth thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. The 1993 no-mint mark penny is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. But unlike the usual pennies, which feature a mint mark indicating where they were produced, this particular coin, struck in 1993, doesn't have any mint mark at all. If you check your 1993 pennies and find one without the mint mark, congratulations. You've discovered a rare and highly sought-after variety. Typically, pennies are produced in 3 mints: Philadelphia, denoted by no mint mark; Denver, represented by a D; and San Francisco. But in 1993, something strange happened in Philadelphia. Pennies were produced without any mint mark, creating a rare error. But is it just a mistake, or does it hold real value today? In 1993, the U.S. Mint started producing most coins in Denver and San Francisco. However, due to an oversight at the Philadelphia Mint, some of their pennies were struck without a mint mark. So, what does this mean for collectors? This error made the 1993 no mint mark pennies incredibly rare, and they've captured the attention of coin enthusiasts ever since. Since most pennies from 1993 have a D mint mark, the ones with no mint mark are a rare find. With only a handful of these errors being produced, the value of this coin skyrockets depending on its condition and rarity. Now, let's talk about what these coins are worth today. You might be thinking, is it really worth thousands of dollars? Well, it can be, but the value depends heavily on the coin's condition. If you have a 1993 no mint mark penny in mint condition, graded by professionals at a high grade like MS65 or higher, it can easily fetch anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, and in some cases even more. But if your penny is in lower grades, it may still be worth a good amount, around $100 to $200, just for being a rare variety. So, how do you spot a 1993 no mint mark penny? It's actually pretty simple, but it requires a keen eye. First, check the year on the coin, 1993. Then, look closely at the reverse side. If you don't see a mint mark near the bottom of the coin, you've got yourself a potential gem. Remember, these coins are only valuable if they have no mint mark, so don't confuse them with other years like 1994, which always have a D mint mark. And don't forget to examine the condition. The better it is, the higher the value. So, you found this rare penny in your collection, now what? Well, there are several options for selling it, but you'll want to be sure to get it graded first. Many buyers are willing to pay a premium for certified, high-grade coins. You can list your coin on platforms like eBay, or take it to an auction house that specializes in rare coins. And, if you're serious about selling, don't forget to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. That way, you'll have proof of its rarity and condition. To wrap it up, the 1993 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a rare and valuable find, especially if it's in great condition. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a beginner, discovering one of these pennies could make your collection worth thousands. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more awesome coin discoveries, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. We're diving into the fascinating history and value of the 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. That's right. This seemingly ordinary penny could be worth thousands of dollars. But what makes it so valuable? Let's find out. Cut to the title screen. 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny worth thousands? Show a 2003 Lincoln penny alongside other standard pennies. The 2003 Lincoln penny was minted during a unique period in U.S. coin history. Usually, pennies are minted at one of 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The key here is the mint mark. Every penny except the ones made in Philadelphia has one. But here's where things get interesting. Zoom in on a 2003 penny with no mint mark. The 2003 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was only supposed to be produced in Philadelphia. However, due to an error, some 2003 pennies were issued without any mint mark at all. This rare variation became a source of intrigue for collectors and is considered a significant error coin. Cut to images of normal 2003 pennies with a D mint mark. Then show the no mint mark penny next to them. So, why is this penny worth thousands of dollars when a regular 2003 penny is only worth 1 cent? Well, the 2003 no mint mark pennies are considered error coins because, by design, all 2003 pennies from the Philadelphia Mint should have been stamped with a P mint mark. But because some escaped without it, they are classified as a rare mistake. Cut to image of an auction or collector holding a 2003 penny. Coins like this become highly sought after by collectors, and a small mistake like this can create significant value. A single 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, in uncirculated condition, has been known to fetch anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000, sometimes even more, depending on its condition and the market. Section 3. How to identify a 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Close-up of the 2003 penny, highlighting the absence of the mint mark now. How do you spot one of these valuable pennies in your pocket change? It's actually quite simple. Just look for the 2003 penny that has no mint mark beneath the date. Remember, this coin was only minted in Philadelphia, and while most 2003 pennies will have the D or P mint marks, this specific error coin has no mint mark at all. Zoom out and show comparison of a normal penny with a mint mark versus the no mint mark penny. Check the date carefully. If it says 2003 and there's no mint mark, congratulations. You may have found a hidden treasure. Show images of coin dealers and online auction websites with prices listed for the 2003 no mint mark penny. While a 2003 no mint mark penny is rare, the value of these coins can fluctuate based on the condition and the current market. Generally, uncirculated versions with nowhere can fetch the highest prices, with some auctioned for over $3,000. But even if the coin shows somewhere, it's still worth considerably more than face value. So, if you have one in your collection, make sure to hold on to it. Cut to a clip of a coin collector at a coin shop or online auction. The better the condition, the higher the price you can ask for. If you're unsure about your coin's value, it's always a good idea to have it appraised by a professional. Sell through reputable channels. You can sell through trusted online auction sites like eBay or even visit a local coin dealer. Cut to the host holding the penny in their hand, smiling at the camera. So, there you have it, the 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. A rare error that could be worth thousands. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin tips and history, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny like this. We're diving deep into the history and value of the 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. One of the most intriguing and potentially valuable pennies out there. Let's jump right in. First, let's talk about the basics of the 2014 Lincoln penny. This coin was part of the regular production of the iconic Lincoln cent, which has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909. The 2014 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But here's the kicker. Some of these coins were struck without a mint mark, which makes them special. Typically, pennies from the Philadelphia Mint have no mint mark, but with the coin shortage of the early 2010s and the advent of new minting processes, a few 2014 pennies turned up without the expected P mint mark. This is rare because, starting in 2017, the U.S. Mint began adding the P mint mark to all pennies from Philadelphia, making 2014's even more unique. Now, you might be wondering, why is a 2014 penny worth thousands of dollars? The answer lies in its rarity and the condition it's in. While most of the 2014 pennies are worth just 1 cent, there's a small group of these no-mint mark versions that have been graded in excellent condition by professional grading services like the NGC and PCGS. Coins graded as MS 67 or higher have been known to fetch thousands of dollars at auctions. In fact, one of these high-grade 2014 no-mint mark pennies could sell for anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000, depending on how rare and pristine it is. The rarer the coin, the higher the value. So if you've got one of these in perfect condition, you might just have a gold mine. So what exactly makes this penny so special? Well, it's all about the minting process. For most coins, the mint mark shows which U.S. Mint facility produced the coin. But for the 2014 pennies, the absence of a mint mark is what sets them apart. It's a mistake, or rather, an anomaly that only adds to its value and rarity. It's also important to note that this is not some error coin you'll find in every change jar. They're scarce, and it takes some serious dedication to find one of these in circulation. But even if you don't have one yet, they're out there waiting to be discovered. Now, how do you find one of these rare pennies? It's easy to spot. Just look closely at the obverse side of the coin, where Abraham Lincoln's portrait is. Normally, you'll see a small mint mark on the right side of the coin below the date. For a 2014 penny from the Philadelphia Mint, however, you'll notice the absence of that mint mark. If you're out searching through your change, keep an eye out for this specific year and remember, condition matters. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Once you've found your 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, the next step is to consider getting it graded. A professional grading service can assess the coin's quality and give it a grade that will impact its market value. Coins with a higher grade, like MS 67, are the ones that can fetch those higher prices at auctions. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these rare beauties in top condition, you could see it sold for thousands of dollars, just like some of the recent auction results for high-grade versions of this penny. So, to recap, while the 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny might look like any other coin at first glance, its rarity and potential high grade make it a valuable find for collectors. If you have one of these in your collection, you could be holding onto a small fortune. Could this tiny copper penny in your pocket be worth thousands of dollars? Let's uncover the history, unique features, and jaw-dropping values of the 1975 D. Lincoln penny. The 1975 D. Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, known for producing high-quality coins since the early 1900s. This penny is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. On the obverse, we see Victor David Brenner's famous portrait of Lincoln, a design that has remained mostly unchanged for over a century. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959, replacing the earlier wheat ears design. But why is the 1975 D so special? Let's dive deeper. The D mint mark below the date signifies that this coin was struck in Denver. In 1975, over 4.5 billion pennies were minted at Denver alone, making it a common coin at first glance. But as any coin collector will tell you, it's the unique errors, high-quality strikes, and rarity of well-preserved coins that make them valuable. Some 1975 D Lincoln pennies have errors that collectors are willing to pay a premium for. Look out for double die obverse, DDO, errors, where the lettering or date appears doubled. Another error to watch for is off-center strikes, where the coin's design is visibly misaligned. One of the highest recorded sales for a 1975 D penny with a striking error was over $1,000. And if you find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even a high-grade example with no errors, it could fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars at auction. The less wear and tear, the higher the value. Coins graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC are especially sought after. Look for doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. A brilliant, uncirculated penny with its original mint shine is a collector's dream. So, what's your 1975 D penny worth today? Here's a breakdown. Circulated condition. Typically worth face value unless it has an error. Uncirculated condition. MS60, MS63 around $10 to $50, between $100 and $500. Can command $1,000 or more, depending on the rarity and demand. Imagine turning a single penny into thousands. That's the magic of coin collecting. Inspect the coin carefully using a magnifying glass. Check the grade by consulting a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Sell wisely by listing it on reputable auction sites or consulting a trusted coin dealer. Who knows? Your pocket change might just fund your next vacation or big purchase. The 1975 D Lincoln penny might just be one of the hidden treasures in your coin jar. So start hunting, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for more exciting coin discoveries. We're talking about the 1962 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin with fascinating history and surprising value. Stick around to learn what makes this coin so special, how to spot rare errors, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. Let's rewind to 1962. The United States was in the heart of the Cold War. John F. Kennedy was president, and the Denver Mint was busy producing billions of coins for circulation. Among them was the 1962 D Lincoln penny, featuring the iconic Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat ears design on the reverse. This coin is part of the long-running Lincoln Wheat Cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 1962, the penny had evolved into the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, which replaced the wheat ears in 1959. But even as a common coin, certain 1962 D pennies now hold significant value. First, let's identify it. The D mint mark is located just below the date, signifying it was minted in Denver. The coin is made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that classic reddish-brown appearance. Crisp Lincoln portrait on the obverse. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a sharp D mint mark under the date, which is the hallmark of Denver minted coins. Uncirculated coins with no scratches or wear are rare for this penny. If your coin has a shiny, pristine surface, it could fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars at auction. Look for doubling in the date, the letters Liberty, or In God We Trust. This happens when the mint mark is stamped more than once, creating a visible overlap. If the design is misaligned, collectors will pay big money for these unique pieces. Because of their high copper content, pre-1982 pennies like the 1962 D are already worth more than face value. But rare grades and errors elevate them far beyond their melt value. Circulated coins are worth about 1 to 3 cents, a little above face value due to their copper content. Uncirculated examples in mint state grades can range from $5 to $50. Top-graded coins are rare and highly sought after, with auction prices reaching up to $1,000 or more. Rare error coins, like double dies or repunched mint marks, have sold for over $5,000 in recent auctions. So how can you find these hidden treasures? You never know what might be hiding there. Grab rolls of pennies from your local bank and start searching. They often have rare pennies available for purchase. And don't forget to invest in a good magnifying glass or coin loop to spot those tiny details. The 1962 Lincoln penny is a piece of history that could also be a gold mine. Whether you're hunting for rare errors, high-grade specimens, or just exploring the beauty of coin collecting, this little penny has big potential. Have you found a rare 1962 penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting tips and treasures. We're diving into the fascinating history and surprising value of the 1969 Lincoln 1-cent penny. That's right. This little coin could be worth thousands of dollars. Stick around, because you don't want to miss this. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic piece of American currency since its introduction in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Fast forward to 1969, an era of space exploration, Woodstock, and the height of the civil rights movement, when the U.S. Mint in Denver struck millions of these humble pennies. But not all 1969 pennies are created equal. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Over 4 billion pennies were minted that year, so why is this particular coin so special? It all comes down to its rarity, errors, and demand among collectors. 1. The history of the 1969 Lincoln penny. In 1969, the Denver Mint produced the Lincoln penny using its traditional alloy of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But here's the twist. While most of these coins were struck without issue, a select few left the mint with errors that make them incredibly valuable today. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks are some of the main factors collectors are on the hunt for. 2. Rare errors that make them valuable. One of the most sought-after features on the 1969 penny is the double die error. This means that the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust appears doubled, giving the coin a strikingly unique look. These errors happen when the coin die shifts slightly during production, and they're highly prized by collectors. Another valuable error is the off-center strike. Coins with this error show a design that isn't properly aligned, making them stand out from standard pennies. 3. The current values for the 1969 penny. A standard 1969 penny in circulated condition is typically worth its face value. Just 1 cent in mint state, MS, condition. These coins can fetch between $10 and $100, depending on their grade. But here's where it gets exciting. If your coin has a major error like a prominent double die or off-center strike, it could sell for thousands of dollars at auction. For example, in recent years, rare error coins from 1969 have sold for as much as $5,000 to $10,000. How to spot a rare 1969 penny? Look closely for signs of doubling or misalignment. The shinier and more well-preserved, the better. This will help you catch even the smallest details. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its true value. Why these coins are so desirable? Collectors love the 1969 penny because it's a piece of history, and rare error coins are like treasures waiting to be discovered. Plus, with the rising interest in coin collecting, these pennies are becoming even more valuable over time. So what are you waiting for? Go check your piggy banks, search through your old coin jars, and start hunting for a 1969 penny that could change your life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunt.